John Calvin on Psalm 76. In Judah is God known, his name is great in Israel. In Salem also is his tabernacle, and his dwelling place in Zion. There break he the arrows of the bow, the shield and the sword in the battle, Selah. Thou art more glorious and excellent than the mountains of prey. The stouthearted are spoiled, they have slept their sleep, and none of the men of might have found their hands. At thy rebuke, O God of Jacob, both the chariot and horse are cast into a dead sleep. Thou, even thou, art to be feared, and who may stand in thy sight when once thou art angry? Thou didst cause judgment to be heard from heaven. The earth feared and was still. When God arose to judgment to save all the meek of the earth, Selah. Surely the wrath of man shall praise thee, the remainder of wrath shalt thou restrain. Vow and pay unto the Lord your God. Let all that be round about him bring presents unto him that ought to be feared. He shall cut off the spirit of princes. He is terrible to the kings of the earth. And his tabernacle is in Salem, and his dwelling place in Zion. First, men had no ground to arrogate to themselves any share in the deliverance of the city here portrayed, God having strikingly shown that all the glory was his own by displaying from heaven his power in the sight of all men, and secondly, that he was induced to oppose his enemies from no other consideration but that of his free choice of the Jewish nation. God, having, by this example, testified that his power is invincible for preserving his church, it is a call and an encouragement to all the faithful to repose with confidence under his shadow. If his name is precious to himself, it is no ordinary pledge and security which he gives to our faith when he assures us that it is his will that the greatness of his power should be known in the preservation of his church. Moreover, as the church is a distinguished theater on which the divine glory is displayed, we must always take the greatest care not to shroud or bury in forgetfulness by our ingratitude the benefits which have been bestowed upon it, and especially those which ought to be held in remembrance in all ages. Further, although God is not now worshipped in the visible tabernacle, yet as by Christ he still dwells in the midst of us, yes, even within us, we will doubtless experience, whenever we are exposed to danger, that under his protection we are in perfect safety. Valiant men lie plundered. The enemies of the chosen people were deprived of that heroic courage of which they boasted, and which inspired them with such audacity, and, in consequence, neither mind nor heart nor hands, none either of their mental or bodily faculties could perform their office. We are thus taught that all the gifts and power which men seem to possess are in the hand of God, so that he can, at any instant of time, deprive them of the wisdom which he has given them, make their hearts effeminate, render their hands unfit for war, and annihilate their whole strength. It is not without reason that both the courage and power of these enemies are magnified, the design of this being that the faithful might be led from the contrast to extol the power and working of God.